aggro. They are one below it right now.
At this moment as well, they're on the east side of the map. Geysers available at certain points, and a lot of downhill, uphill type of gameplay on rotations for these duels. There's a big box jump comes in. Joy Pop coming down. The baller's not going to be able to save these guys at the moment. More water places coming in. Can they find the other duo? No, he's escaped. Osmo getting his Elam up. A lot of shields available now as well, and it looks like these guys have 2 balls to use as well for rotation, and they're already in the zone. This is huge for the Secret Boys at the moment. And if we just look at the map here, a lot of builds going up and around Sundown. What are you saying?
I mean, it's just huge there, the fact they have priority on the side, and as you said, they got the 2 balls, which means they're both going to be able to rotate together in those, don't have to use the resources, and don't. So it's going to make this a lot more effective. But right now, T-Chubb and TK do have a good angle on the side of the zone with a lot of cover around them, as well as the heavy sniper, but no shotgun on T-Chubb. Very, very utility heavy right now.
Yes, if his duo is alive, which he is, Tick at the bottom left, they could jump into a box with that heavy sniper, look for any priority picks, and then pick up a shotgun for T-Chubb near at the end there right now, looking over with the heavy snipe and that TAC AR. At any vantage point, they can get a very cool high to mid-ground position. They can once again rotate a little bit late when the zone comes in based off their height. Precision getting knocked down there from TQ. T-Chubb coming in with a big pop-off, getting very, very meticulous onto where he looks, looking for storm lines, looking for boxes finishing up. Looks like a jump pad, floors coming down, or maybe just a block off. Heavy sniper still around. Him and Tick have to look around and see if they can get any picks at the moment.
Yeah, and you see there, we also have Harambe and Jorge Q, as well as Majin and Provoked in that box underneath. And one thing I want to note about T-Chubb, you can see how he has this box covered there. So Osmo and Milan, who are on that high ground in the edge of the zone, aren't able to put any shots towards them, even if they wanted to. But there is another team up on the high ground getting a little bit of knock damage there, as Milan now will look skyward. And that is a long rotation, pretty much max length there for 6th zone. And you see automatically everyone taking to the sky.
A lot of rifters up in the air, 2 different stages of high ground up right now. Milan people in front of him, a trap coming down, metal and brick being built to make sure the foundations are secure. They do have a lot of shields. Osmo now boxed up, making sure he's 100 for that rotation. It is a long one. As you said, Sundown, we're going to be moving in a pressure plant. Geysers up for play. They're going to be looking at a mid-ground rotation as they do not have ultimate height just yet. A launch pad coming in. Osmo going up, seeing if he can contest or go for a low ground position. He's going to go low, get his shields knocked out. Milan on the low ground now.
Yeah, they're looking to get to the far side of the zone, box up, and then immediately turn. And you already see the changes in the loot pool being so blatant in terms of what players are carrying. So many more shields, whether it's the big pots or the chug splashes being prioritized here, which is allowing people to be up there. But as you see in the top left, players are just dropping non-stop because of this rotation. But Milan now posted up in a great power position in the zone, gets the knock onto Hexus 1Z there, and then gets another one back-to-back to Elims right away. And they're going to be able to get a decent amount of the loot being on the side with not bad storm priority either.
Yes, that jump pad that was used saved them so many mats, got them in such a good position to get that low ground tunnel off, get that vantage point secure and cut off at the end of the day. The rotational person, Osmo.
But they got separated. Well done for Osmo to clean it up, but that's so crucial, losing your duo from effectively full HP because you want to tunnel out and save mats. It's great to have those extra resources, but it's not worth losing the duo, particularly as you're starting to close in on that top 15. You need every point possible. Again, this is one of the best duos in Europe who has yet to qualify. They're one of the ones on the list trying to do everything they can. Kyoto goes down, Star Peak goes down, Schmecky fires an RPG towards the high ground, which knocks Provoke and Majin. Osmo bonks his head, but catches himself now in the zone and will get enough time to pop his big pot.
Another big thing is the zone's actually bouncing back to the original 5th zone location, so a lot of recycle builds being used. Osmo's low now, drops all the way low. Broke back, gets his back broke. No chance there for him. Going to be moving up to another mid-ground layer to stay safe. Wood builds at the moment, which are a little bit weaker, but he's going to be looking at all angles at the moment to see what he can pick up.
Yes, Provoked going down as well as Aimsons and TK, and we have our top 10, so 5 placement points for everyone. Good 180 out of Osmo, finds Zol and gets some of the builds, but not enough. He's looking to see what else he can find. Sees the ballers on the low ground, but he's looking to go aggro because he doesn't have a lot of builds. 2 left, 1 left, none left now. Needs to find whatever he can. Looking for the shot, gets blasted, but he sends one right back, 115 to the face. Flutterboys, did you hear that? That's Osmo coming for your spot, doing everything he can. 8 players left, 6 duos remaining, and there it is. Spoiler goes down, so we have our top 5. It's all about the Elam's, the victory out, and brilliant from Osmo, ducking back out into the storm, gets Tamir, gets the minimum amount of builds, gets all 13 of them, but still playing the low ground. 6 duos left. 5 duos remaining, 6 players. There's 1 full duo left, and Osmo's looking for a great edit down. 1, 2, 3 strikes. You're out, Harmy, and that was the other duo. We'll have a solo match if he can clean it up. Conversion comes through. 95 HP now, Shy.
In the zone now, it's the last circle, 9th one closing in. 40 seconds, Osmo finally goes down to Majin. Majin moving up, Jerg on the high ground, Pepper down below. It's a solo game at the moment, 1v1v1v1. Jerg making sure his lair is secure. Pepper up on the mid-ground lair. Majin getting pressure now. Pepper on low HP. Majin taking storm damage to get his heals up on a trap. It's his though. He moves in. Pepper going down. Risk versus Majin on the low ground. Jerg looking for pressure from height. Gets those combat shots on Majin, who gets dropped into the zone. Gets a quick pickup from Risk. Taking that risk, getting the reward. Jerg now on a lot of HP and shield, not taking tick step. Imagine with the surprise factor low on Mats, can he get it done? 3 left for him. Or Elam's, he tries for the 50-50, but Jerg comes in. S2V wins at the end of the day. Very dope stuff there.
Well done there from Harambe and Jorge Q, closing out there and matching the score of Majin and Provoked, putting both those duos at 34 points after the match. Again, we saw the leaderboard. It was 41-37. These are all duos who are up towards the top, but the action doesn't stop. Hopping into the 3rd game here, we are also into the final hour in Europe, so we're getting down to those last games. You can see it, closing in on it. I apologize, a little premature there, but one. It's the back half and the back thirds of their games. 49 players left, 28 duos.
Yeah, these games are stacked. Looks like every single game so far has had that Storm Surge active, and these placement points are coming in around the 7th, 8th circle. So you have to be able to survive, have to keep your duo alive, have to manage your mats and your heals all the way through. Impact Fixie going up a few layers, looking for any more vantage points, any more sightlines he can block off. A launch pad coming in as people start to rotate to that 5th zone. A little bit early, but the zone just started moving. Ballers all around. A lot of open pyramid edits as well, as Fixie takes a few shots but has those shields available, going up for another big shot up or another build up. Alliance Powder goes down. So as we said, these early rotations, then the cutoffs, they're huge in terms of picking up free Elams on people moving.
And somebody just tried to force that box as well with that flint knock. Fixie being not about it. Powder is getting enough space to be revived there. You can see that in the top right corner of your screen as the not a single player dropped on that rotation so far. We are still at 49 left, and this is kind of the proliferation of those heals. You see more people carrying heals, carrying shields. It allows you to take chip. If you get chipped on a rotation, no longer out. Good wall replace there from Shaw, and Nira getting into Noisy's box. Can they get the wall again as he gets to take it back? Does get it. Can they get the stairs in? And they do. Noisy and Arctic Dangerous going down. Well done from the EVD duo.
Even with all this mobility, these guys now know the meta. It's week 10. Everyone's already caught up. You have to be able to go for these Elams when you have the tools, when you have the pressure and that ping advantage as well. Shaw on full HP, Nirwa at full HP as well. Both sitting on a few Elams for each other on pops. 25 people left alive. That Storm Surge is going to start ticking as well, as we haven't gone down to that 30 threshold just yet. A lot of action on low ground. Ballers still available to a lot of people as well.
And no, one thing you do talk about that ping advantage, it certainly does not hurt to have the better internet going in there. But shout out to SEE and the Vietnamese team being the first one coming through there and putting on a show last night. And I think it's actually something that's a little bit more mitigated when it comes to duos because of the strategies that end up going through, where you'll have one person forcing the wall, the other person trying to replace, or the other person isn't actually trying to get the wall right there, but they're trying to get the stair in first so then they can get the wall there. And you get to start playing games like the double combats, looking for the player in the sky there with the Shadow Bomb. As you see, their Storm Surge is active. We'll need to go to 30 players, and they got the knock onto Haibuzin courtesy of the storm right before taking to the sky.
Looks like these guys are at the very highest point of this rift as well. They get to make the final decision onto where to land. No pressure from them at all as you look over. Not that much going on in mid-ground to protect height as it's getting shot out by Rapti. No Elams coming out just yet. Everyone playing very, very safe and tunneling very well at the moment. Crew just gets powdered down once again. Scribbly Doggy now looking for any other shots down below his mid-ground tarp layer. That's an option a lot of mid-ground bases have. They can look down anywhere in their box, just protect the top and look for any squeeze eliminations on the bottom side of the map.
And we're going back have Scribby and his teammate just immediately turn backwards and start editing through their tunnel. Now they can just slowly edit backwards and fire shots. Stink goes out. They spray shots towards it, but it is actually Lanuf who gets that knock. Killigore does go down as well. Lanuf and Clinton had previously qualified, but are doing their best in here. You see Violinen in the top left as we get closer and closer to the placement threshold. Kazuna and Scribby, good job cycling out right now. Lanuf does end up going down, as well as Supremacy Attack, who was in that top 10. However, they need to be cautious of their mats starting to get a little lower and a lot of tunnels going on around here.
Yes, and it's actually amazing what these guys are doing right now. They're waiting and tunneling as much as possible, not peeking too hard, then waiting for utility to get used. Any rifts, you go for those big shots in the air. Nesty going down now from a lower tarp layer. Once again, they're waiting for people to stop and make mistakes and capitalizing on everything as they did on the Stinks before as well.
That was a huge swing, puts them up to 7 eliminations and into the top 15. That was a 5-point bonus right there for this duo and into 30 points, up into the conversation. You can see Shaw then gets the knock onto Waste as everyone gets sent down on ultimate high as Nura is trying to work upwards and get some form of connection. He has the next lowest tarp, and he's just going to drop down and say, whatever. Here's all those heals and the utility we talk about as we close in on the next placement threshold. 11 duos left, 14 players, so a lot of solo riders, 8 of them hanging out, while only the 3 full duos
on from height either, which allows Shaw to get these easy pressure picks with this gold scar. These guys making sure their rotations are perfect. While Boom now going down. When you have this time, when you have the Pro-Am weekend to prepare your loadout, your loot path, you get these big loadouts that are gold, all the heals you need. Another knock coming in from Nirwa. They're just tearing on this high ground at the moment.
They're doing brilliant, making sure they're getting good angles, but some shots going up finally going to force them. And that's one thing we've talked about. Uncontested high ground is great until somebody from the low ground decides to take notice of you. You are the only one raining down the shots. However, cover yourself up and just reset. You'll get that advantage back. As you can see, Nura and Shaw doing a brilliant job of this, but look at the chaos on the low ground. Right now, you have Nura in your top right, Scribdoggy in your bottom right. The rest of the action on the left side as Nali gets taken down by Kazuna, and we have our top 5, so it's all about the elims and the victory route as Violinen finds Fixie right after he gets Papsy. 3 duos left. Drop down ends up coming through. Scribdoggy will he find it, but instead Nura comes in late to the party, cleans up 1, cleans up 2, and that is it. Shaw and Nura take home the victory royale. 10 eliminations, 44 points, putting them in contention again. We're into the final hour of Europe. We're right there. These are the matches that decide. Those last spots, 4 are up for grabs, Shai. That's it, 4 left.
It's all around the world, man. Low, mid, and height, everything getting contested. Juice to milk for eliminations on every single layer. And Shaw and Nirwa just played it perfectly there. We see the chaos of all these builds, all these layer switches, people just trying to survive. It is the last week as well. Everyone's just trying out their honed strategies over these 9 weeks of preparation. They've had solos and duos. A lot of people splitting up, playing with new duos as well. We've seen that a lot in NA East, as well in EU. As we get into this next game, Issa and Camo on the low ground.
Yep, and you can see that controller duo trying to represent and do everything they can. Issa having already qualified for the solos, Camo trying to find his way to New York City. Can they make it? And this is actually one of the thinnest end games we've seen so far, with 39 players left, still 22 duos, so a little more action going on the mid game. As you can see, representative Issa and Camo's 8 elims right now. Super impressive, and there you go. Finally now into that last hour. 3rd time was the charm, 56 minutes remaining. And again, if you are just joining us and it's one of your first weekends watching, it is 3 hours or 10 matches. The semifinals were played yesterday and the qualifying spots are in the top right. We have already seen the BES duo advance out of Oceania and the Trigger QQ duo from Vietnam take home the spot out of Asia. Which 4 will join them in Europe? And who do you got your eyes on, Shai?
For me, at the moment, I think that Shaw is just playing amazingly right now. I also think that there's going to be a lot of chances for Camo and Issa to pop off as well. They've been up and down in the leaderboards at the moment, but as we can see over here, these high elim games, if you get 1 or 2 pop-offs, you're right back into the running. There is only an hour left, but everyone's already experienced in playing their 10 games, knowing that, hey, if we're behind 2 or 3 games, we can play a little bit aggro here and then catch up with those big placement types of games later on. So hopefully these guys and their game plans work out. We'll see what's up right now. A little bit of a sneaky game coming in, a 4-gun loadout, which we don't see too much from Issa, with combats, ARs, drum guns, a very AR-heavy medium ammo loadout. Low people as well on mid at the moment. A lot of calmness when there's not too many people in the server, you have these stalemate moments where a lot of people get to have a lot of information. Now, this is good for two reasons. One, the people who are boxing up know a lot of things about one another, but the bad part about it is that if everyone has information on everyone, there's so many more sightlines that get abused and used for eliminations left and right around the whole map.
Yeah, it's much harder to manufacture eliminations in this circumstance because everyone is used to playing. And it's kind of nuts that we've gotten to the point in Fortnite where 39 people in a fifth circle is like, oh yeah, you know, that's not that dense. You know, it's fine. You got some room to move around and work with. But like, normally the reason people is because when you get so chaotic, if you are deliberate and you're able to get your rotation down, you will get opportunities to pick off other players. And you can see there just how aggressive these guys have been. 1,102 damage above the Storm Surge threshold. Again, that will turn off once we get down to below 30 players. As you see the launch pad come out, no bonks there. Thought about challenging for height instead. Gonna go far side of the zone and box up and turn.
Camo now missing his partner, actually. They finally get together once again. He's going to be boxing up, waiting for any elims to happen. These guys have 8 elims together in total. Heavy Snipe coming into onto the box as well in front of him. No follow-up, though, as it's not possible. These guys are on split layers, although that's very good for sight lines and different vantage points. Sometimes the synchronization can get desynchronized when you're not together with your duo partner.
Stay with your buddy. Particularly, it's week 10. Come on. Like, how many times, like, unless your name is Mongrel, like, trying to just 1v2 the rest of the lobby generally hasn't worked out for a lot of players. And right now, Issa and Camo recognizing that, getting back together, still on 8 elims, and now they're going to try and kind of level out the loadout. Interesting to see him dropping the heavy sniper in favor of still running the double AR, but I'm Trash living up to his name there as Issa just blasts him with the combat shotgun. Can't poke there, can't challenge against one of the best players out of Europe. Gets the conversion over, and we're closing in on that top 15.
Very, very smooth build over there to get right back up to his partner. But no, these guys are split now. Issa going on for a 1v1. Camo getting a nice low tier or low ground lockdown on his enemy. Max going down on 60 hertz. You got to up those hertz, but you guys see these people coming. Camo moving around. Issa popping off on his lair as well. These guys are owning the whole server, making sure everything's getting shredded down on numbers. Ash going down as well. The finish is coming out. These guys have collectively done so much damage. Drop-offs. It's chaos. Mods going down. What's happening over here, Sunday?
15 elims now. He just ran up to 15 elims, and notice how he's constantly checking his side. Can make it 16. Zaito goes down as well. Who says you need a teammate? He says, Mongrel, who? My name is Ghost Issa, and I'm here to make a play. Camo's in a box. What's in a box? It's the Ghost duo. They want to make it to New York City. They want to go together. One isn't enough as we're closing in on the top 10. 38 points so far, 17 elims. They're already on 22 points just from this match, but they will not stop yet. There's still chaos going on. Pushes forward. Jexy goes down. Trap gets armed right next to him, and they're into the top 10. Issa picks up another one on the high ground. They're on 19 now. He needs to circle back around and find the zone, and he finally does. Narshni goes down. Delay goes down. Top Boy goes down. Closing in on top 5, and he finds it. Jinsen goes down as well. 6 left.
Are there health bars working? They haven't taken any damage that's significant at all. Still both alive on separate. They're playing solos. Guys, you queued up for the wrong mode. What's going on? It's 9th circle, 8 people alive, both on separate layers. Still 3 stinks available for pressure, doing their own thing. Back-to-back intensive goes down. The workout's too much for him. Another sting going on height to help out his buddy Issa on low HP. Camo, finally these guys are getting put in check. Issa taking stinks. 1 HP. He goes down. Can Camo clutch up? A mini coming up. The enemy pops in with a heavy sniper. Mark bringing down their big rain, but so many eliminations as we move on to the last 1v1. Alphen up with Mark going and bullying the last solo player left alive. Issa's big rain going down. Camo also going down as well. Alphen with the big combat shotgun pop shot. Intensive 8x finally going down as well. They secured the elim points. They secured the victory royale as well, but Camo and Issa, holy moly.
That was huge right there, but not to be understated. Alphen and Duo picking up 18 points right there, 8 elims and the victory royale. Zeke, that was nuts.
Sundown, that was absolutely insane. I mean, first of all, it's so awesome to hear Shai's voice and hear how incredible he is at casting. Let's just...
A great first cast. That was
great
beautiful.
First cast, especially in that game with Issa and Camo, controller lords, you got to think with another pop-off performance like that.
Yes.
They could be potentially contesting for a spot.
They could be the only full controller duo to qualify for a World Cup. It is the last chance for any of that to happen. So with games like that, Zeke, this is just the start of the day, by the way. This is the first block of games. We have way more Fortnite, but for now, let's hang out with Bala. I know you've pulled some clips for us to take a look at. Let's see what you got. Yeah, I can explain. I can explain some clips here of what happened into those games. Tickle. I mean, he's by himself. He's trying to clutch up, and everything was going wrong there. He ended up being placed underneath the stairs. His heavy snipe didn't get the wall. The turbo build came in, and then even here, getting the stairs placed, this duo was going to come out on top of him, but he's able to stay composed, get the elimination, and then another situation that was unexpected. Somebody lands right behind him, and he still managed to get away, even with low HP. And when we looked at the leaderboards at the front, we saw all of these teams that were in this game. Here, Orc and Andalex on high ground. They use the chug splashes to recoup a little bit before Telek unfortunately gets a little antsy, jumps out, and that's going to be the end because both Andalex and Orc are looking down on top of him. Here, Osmo goes on a tear with his teammate Milan. And I mean, some of the things that they did here, this was really interesting to me because you used to run out in the storm and just tank the damage from the storm to get the loot. But in this case, he's using the chug splash to recover instantly. And then what a catch there from Osmo. We're going to look at another team here, Provoked and Imagine, who are so close to qualifying week after week, especially last week 8. Provoked actually goes down on a waterfall there as somebody makes its way there. But this shot was disgusting. He didn't even actually get that elimination. He did a 112 to him to the face, but actually Jorge, who was up on high ground towards the end, managed to nag that from him. But then Osmo taking on both Carnifex and Harmy by himself. Back on Imagine though as Osmo finally, because he doesn't have his shotgun reloaded, ends up going down. Imagine with the good attempt after we saw Provoked end up going down from fall damage, takes out Risk while in the storm, and then makes another storm play to kind of try to catch him by surprise, but it's not going to be enough. But it was so close, Zeke. This shot right here, and then look at this. He was so close. He already had his crosshair on his face, but no. Jorge is going to take the win just barely by milliseconds here, Zeke. This was so close.
Man, coming down there to the wire, man. This is just what Fortnite is, right? Like, everyone's going to give it their all. Everyone wants to qualify, and that's the kind of stuff we're seeing. Let's take a look at the leaderboard to see how things are shaking out currently. I can't even read.
Den Magisk, I don't know.
Den Magisk?
Magisk. I'm going to call him Magisk.
Magisk, great. And TTV, I'm the Beast. We know you. You've been hanging out here for a while. At the top still, though, 7 games remaining.
Yeah.
Pretty substantial. 3 victory royales right now, 100% win rate.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
That is ridiculous. I mean, 62 points. This might be flipped here. Games remaining versus matches played, possibly. Benji, Fishy, and Mr. Savage, we've seen them week after week, and people are starting to, use that Fishy tag at the end of their name to get the good luck. But I mean, Wolfies and Rojo were up here earlier. They've got 57 points now. They dropped down from 1st to 4th. Skite and Vato, who are just barely, I think they got 9th place twice in a row in the duos week. So that's one of the French-speaking duos that have not yet made it. We saw the Solary guys go through before, and then some of these other guys as well. Andalex and Orc, we saw their win. And Dreda, who had the crazy performance in week 9. You guys watched it. Just unbelievable. So it's shaping up. I mean, I'm already seeing Skite and Vato. I'm starting to get excited because they start to play better as time goes on. And we just have all but time right now. It's running down, though.
Yeah, for sure. I'm ready to get back into these games. Bala, if you are as well, I think we're going to send it back over to Sundown and Shy. Gentlemen, back over to you and keep the action rolling.
Thank you so much, Zeke and Bala. All good, Shy, no worries. But I'm so excited. Like you said, we saw so many of those guys up on that top board. It's so incredibly dense. 52 players in this lobby, 28 duos remaining. And again, the 4 final spots, we're coming down to it right now. That line, because the Mr. Savage and Benji Fishy duo have already qualified, would be 54 points. 51 was on the bottom. 3 points separating everyone. That's how tall you have to be to ride the ride. And Storm Surge is on again, Shy.
The pressure is active in EU, and we are in pressure plant as well. The lava's hot. The skins look hotter. The guns look very nice as well with that new camo that's out in the shop as well. A lot of edits going up and around. Once again, Geysers up in play. A lot of free rotation, free shots being taken too, but a miss coming in from Speezy, very, very close to the opponent's head. Baller's getting shot down on Storm line. Once again, a very good position. A lot of people playing for pre-positioned advantage points and then milking those elims rather than getting them on the fly. The guys are being baited now. Can the beams come through? White HP on that opponent. His fly gets cut short. Jarkos going down now. Where's his dual partner? We don't know. His finish is going to be coming out now as these sweaty soccer skins, Alex and Speezy, are just going to be tearing up this low ground, making sure no one's allowed to be this tall for this EU ride on the northeast side of the map.
And you see them actually able to get into the mid ground. Alex was the player from the Winter Royale who hadn't played competitive before. It was just always in the arena duos and said, hey, I'm pretty good at Fortnite, and through the open structure has now been in all of these end games. But Speezy now going to opt to tarp away. We'll see the conversion happen onto Alec, and now has to make some tough decision in terms of loot. Is going to drop the heavy snipe in favor of taking the rift. Will he opt to fix anything else up? And you can see now he's trying to go back through and just make sure he gets every possible little bit he can.
In these solo spots, when you have to face up against other duos, those spam weapons are always vital. That choice of keeping the drum gun and the AR even on low ammo, Speezy knows at some point is going to be a desperate motion on the low ground or mid ground in terms of making sure that spam is up on opponents' builds. So very smart decision there as we tune into the Fnatic boys. Motor and Vrox going to be looking at their own loot at the bottom here. Have a rift to go as well. Shadows available to get caught up after grabbing the rift, but Motor misses out on those. Not sure if that'll affect him later on. Once again, there are a lot of geysers and a lot of ways to trickle down from height to stay on top. A big hit to their loadout and overall play this game.
Yeah, I really hope Vrox grabbed those because honestly, shadows are the most consistent in terms of the utility tool being able to rotate. You have either top down or down up. You're able to rotate and get high ground if necessary and just make really clutch plays in a pinch. As you see, a lot of other people rotating the good old-fashioned way. It's Fortnite, the battle is building, and everyone is tarping up the side of pressure plate and trying to do damage because that Storm Surge is still active. You can see Motor.
How long was that? It was what, 30 minutes of streaming World Cup? Hold on, let me go check. 23 minutes, maybe even not even that. "23 minutes. I only got one viewer, so I gave up on it. Oh. God, I jumped early. Oh, see them got 1, 2, 3, 4. Chill. I thought I was gonna go try hard. Let's go, baby. So, loot is the best loot I've had in yet, like, forever. Head over here, see if I find a big pot. I had to swap my earbuds around. It sounded like they're over here towards this house, but they're really over there because when your earbuds are in the wrong way. This kid right here is major tryhard. Dude, I hit you. What did I hit him for? I'm raging so hard. I think I'm probably better at mobile than I am this crap. Destroying kids on Fortnite. No, you're a bot. Ooh, I want that. That skin's actually dope. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you. Let me go to my advanced settings. Let's see. Camera. So ready for this? Your bot. This kid is literally trash. He still hasn't hit me one time. I'm gonna see when that kid drops out. The heck? Yo, Dylan.
Yeah.
Okay, let me back out real quick. That's not taking down, but it's not a bounce back. Do the real one to hit from the back. I just took a DNA test. Turns out I'm 100%. I'd say we do creative, and then we like warm up, cause that was my second game right there.
Yeah, I've only played one game.
Dylan.
Yeah.
You're so. You know what that means? So. Oh my gosh, Johnny! So. Turns out I'm a 100%, stupid! I just took a DNS. Turns out I'm 100% bad at Fortnite. Oh my gosh, yes. You got a dub today yet?
No.
I made this kid a random dub.
Yeah.
Okay, we got like top 20. Right?
Oh.
And then like we started lagging like crazy. Okay? And then like he like me and him went to creative and we went to this island. Me and him went to creative and I started destroying him. I was like, oh, this kid's a bot. I was like, let's play one game. First game we got, he had like 7 kills, okay? There's only one thing I don't like about him though.
What?
I only had 1 kill. He stole every kill. Every person I shot, he shot.
Oh my god.
He's toxic, dude. I about
Bruh.
peed myself. Alright, you ready?
Nah, I'm trying to think of what I want.
I'm gonna get a sniper. Mommy,
what I
take me
want.
out of put to the yard. Their light is better than yours. Their light is better than
I'm
yours.
using those.
Huh? I ain't using heals.
I do.
You are.
Uh,
You get 100. You get 100 health and shield when you kill
yeah?
somebody.
oh, well, I'm still gonna
So.
do it.
Oh, if I can hit that.
What? Are we on the same team?
No, it just says that. See?
Yep, you're up. Yep, yep, yeah, I guess you're up.
Don't ever try to fight me with a hunting rifle. Hear that, boy? Bing. Don't ever stand still. Here, I'll heavy snipe you now. Oh, that would've been so cool.
Dude, I haven't.
Wooga, wooga, wooga. Turns out I'm 100% your taller. God, I hit 1 shot out of 4.
Jesus.
I hit 1 shot out of 4. I don't think a thing I can turn it. I'm 100% right there.
Oh, buddy.
Oh my gosh, Dylan.
Oh, how are you not dead?
I'm trying to snipe you. Middle one.
Crap.
I sniped you, didn't I? Toxic, dude.
How?
I'm joking.
What I want to do later, when Nick gets on, if he does, I want to get him like triggered. I'm good enough to actually beat him now. So.
Yeah, I don't play with tryhards.
Oh.
I got a heavy sniper. You I'm boxing you, little boy. What you gonna do now, little boy? What you gonna try to build on me, little boy? What? It wouldn't let me build a wall.
The luck in that.
You didn't even look at me. You went under the ramp and just shot, and like it automatically killed me. I have so far to come up. No, no, God, please, no.
Oh, I'm at the bottom now.
Bert, bye for Lisa. Bye. I'll tell you later.
Ooh, babe.
Dude, I shot every gun in my inventory right there.
Okay, I want to try something. Oh,
Remember, keep it in the glove. I would give it. Oh my gosh, Dylan, don't do that. You scare me. You scare me, Dylan. It's almost gonna die.
Ooh, that was close.
No, it wasn't. Gosh.
I don't know what I was doing.
I don't need it. I was just shooting and hoping, spraying, praying. I'm your dad.
Whoa, buddy, Jesus.
How did I not hit you with that pump shot? Did Joe see that?
I'm putting to a shot. Oh, buddy.
What? No! You died on my screen. I hit you for 22. Oh my gosh. Nintendo make me lag like crazy.
We're not on the Nintendo servers.
Yeah, when I play with you. I'm not racist, calm down.
Oh, wait, what am I doing?
Bot. Bot. Plan B, plan B.
Buddy. Where are you, boy? I'm gonna hit.
Please don't hurt
Wait, I want
me.
to show you something. I want to show you a cool trick. Wait, no, I want to show you a cool trick. Come on. Wait, stop. Okay, hold the wall. Just hold down the wall. Hold down the wall.
Alright.
Just hold it down. Trust me.
I know this.
Okay.
I know
Let me
this.
lower it.
I know.
Let me lower it. Okay. Okay.
I know this. I know this. I've seen it.
Yeah. Yep, it works. But 55?
You're not allowed to kill me when I let you do that.
Oh, forgot. You can get a free kill on me. Come here.
I'm gonna make it the most toxic kill ever. 3 seconds.
You missed.
I missed half my shots. A 360. Don't say bad
Never actually
words.
got to try that in a real game.
You have it?
No.
Lame.
I just.
Here, let me go get a flintlock. I'll be back. Don't do anything yet.
Oh, okay.
Stay right there, Dylan. Don't heal either.
Oh, it's too late for that. I've already drunk a slurp.
I'm gonna kill you. Where's the flintlocks? Dylan, where are they? Are they at the snipers?
I'm not supposed to know. Come on. I think they're over here. Oh, I think it's... Oh, I know where they're. Follow me. I thought they were over here. Huh. They're coming over here. Yeah, over there. Maybe. You see him?
No.
Oh.
I need a flintlock.
Where
Dylan!
are they? Where are they?
That's payback for lying to me.
They are.
Give me yours.
No.
I'm gonna kill you now. Hey, I'm gonna restart the game. See if we find a mail.
Where they're at.
Mr. Dylan! Boom, chugga. What the heck?
Found it.
Yeah, it was right here, but
There's only one of them.
yeah, that sucks.
We need to fix that. No, we need to fix that.
What are you gonna do? Kill me?
I'm not sure you how to fix it.
I know how to fix it. I'm gonna fix it.
Oh, I don't have edits. So sad. Why'd you do that?
I'm gonna put a new one.
Ah.
How do you go in the creative thing? Oh, there we go. I'm a bot. Wrong gun. I'm a bot again!
Did we do it? Yep. Okay.
Does my mic sound clear?
Yeah.
Alright, because it's 120. I gave $125 for it, so it should.
125?
I believe it's what the price tag said.
Why?
I'm joking. I'm using my microwave. Here, do the thing. Here, get in the box. Come over here.
Okay. Wait, what other weapon did I have? Oh yeah, hunting rifle.
I said, come here, little boy.
I'll be right back. Got it.
It ain't working.
What do you mean? What are you doing?
I'm jumping.
That's not how you do it.
How do I do it then? Bot.
Okay, what you do. Okay. So when you're going to shoot it, okay. You aim down at the thing, you jump.
Alright.
Where is it?
Alright, I see.
Okay. What are you doing?
Dylan, you lied to me! You lied to me!
Oh, look.
Alright.
Are you shooting the actual? You're shooting the floor.
Oh. I'm
You
ready.
almost did it. Okay. There you go.
Come here, little boy! What was that? Ring around the rosy? Come here, little boy.
Ooh.
No damage, little boy. Please don't hurt me. No, it's not reloaded.
Oh, buddy, you made me glide. No,
Boom, my finger like. I shot you and it didn't register. Oh, hello.
You're right. Oh, whoa, buddy. No.
Feed me more. Hold up, hold up. Alright, I'm ready. I never sleep because of y'all. That scared me, dude.
Oh, buddy.
I almost had you. Dare you disrespect? Do not disrespect me.
Whoa!
Dude, it didn't register again. Time out, time out. I want to see if it registers. Come here.
Yeah.
Alright, get back in the box. Get in the bag. Alright, ready? And I just shot myself off.
Oh, some more.
I tried building, but it wouldn't let me. Hey, senor, you like to die?
No.
Oh, that was so cool.
You headshotted me.
Is that really? RL! Hold on, I gotta scratch my butt crack. Oh, that was dope.
Ooh, buddy.
Dude, I've tried to edit the wall back so many times. Could you not hear my controller?
Yeah.
It was
Yeah,
spamming the button.
Well, there's been something weird with my edits lately.
Yeah.
I haven't been as good.
I suck at them.
Oh, buddy.
I just threw myself off. My high ground now, boy.
Buddy, you're scaring me.
Welcome to my little island in the sun, little boy.
How did I miss?
I'm literally trying to edit and I'm spamming buttons just to edit. And I fell off the cliff.
Now, boy.
You want to see what happened, boy? My high ground there, boy. I said, don't ever say that, little boy, because it's my high ground. Oh! Let's go, baby. That was sick.
How you killed me?
What I did, you jumped in the air and flintlocked, and I jumped in there and I flintlocked you in the head.
Oh my god.
I've got you in my sights.
Oh,
Oh my god, look how fast I went down.
what are you doing?
I haven't figured it out yet. Stop reloaded! Switch pan B. pick myself.
Well, I finally snapped you.
Finally, like it's a good thing.
I've tried 50 times.
You flied 50 times?
I've tried. Get over here.
I quit. I'm respawn and I'm gonna start back again. I'm gonna give you a free kill, man. Look right, my high ground now, little boy.
Wait, no. No, stop. This is illegal.
Not in my country. Anything, you little boy. You're high ground now, little boy. You're my little boy. Hello.
Whoa, what? 66 headshot. 66 headshot. Oh my gosh. I swear.
0 headshot.
Wow.
You think it's funny, little boy?
Wait, can you? Oh crap. What the heck? No.
Oh, coming for the chandelier. Nope.
Okay, buddy.
Play it like a scream. Play it like a scream. This ain't gonna happen no more.
No.
My box now, little boy. My box now, little boy.
No.
What?
Hey, we gotta go play that new mode in a minute.
What's that, ground game?
Yeah.
That stuff ain't new, and you can only have like 30 minutes.
Oh, it's new for me. I know. I played it before. It's awesome.
No, it's not.
No more switch.
I die every time. Got him.
I went off.
Why? Because you don't build?
Wait.
Fudge!
Okay, let's go. We gotta do this mode.
No.
Yes.
No. I ain't playing ground game. I'll play duos, but not ground game.
Okay, we'll play duos. Whoa, buddy! Caught me by surprise there.
Golly, this shotgun sucks! You know what I'm gonna do about it?
What?
Next time we go to creative, I'm gonna use a different shotgun.
No. Don't do it. I got the text message.
From whose?
Right now.
We can get on your
Someone said
servers.
hi. Oh, what? What?
Oh,
On my servers?
Yeah, I'm gonna be on your servers.
Nuh-uh. It mixes them up. It mixes PlayStation and.
Well, still.
Wait. What console you on?
What is it? What do you think? Take a guess. First three don't count. Brrr.
So it's gonna mix PlayStation, Nintendo, Switch players together.
Yo, have you watched the World Cup? Or can you do that on Nintendo?
Yeah.
It's pretty cool, ain't it? Hey, the movie that's just so cool. Yeah, Mom. I didn't call my bell. I need some food. Hey, in the middle of this game, I have to call my mama because I'm hungry.
Okay. Just don't do it in endgame.
This is the end game.
Alright, where are we going? Hello?
Hello.
Oh, there you are. I thought you, like, died. Where are we going? Are we gonna drop? Get him! Yeah! Hey, Morgan. Morgan. You there?
Okay.
Oh,
Oh, there you go.
You gonna bring me some grilled cheese?
I will in a minute.
Goodness. Wait, I gotta show you something real quick. No, give him this back. Give him. Oh no. No, I want my impulses.
Here, I'll trade you. Give me
Yeah.
the AR for the impulses.
Can I have your AR then?
Hey.
Oh, okay, no, we're not doing this.
Give me my pistol back.
Yeah, take that.
Yeah, can I have some AR ammo?
I don't really have any.
Will you split it in half? Cause you took the AR ammo. I only have one clip in this gun. Yes, go little boy. Oh!
No!
Oh! If you had
That
done
was
it, I
so
would have blocked you.
Yo, that would have been awesome.
I would have
You
raged.
landed in the thing though.
You can't do that to a streamer, dude. I'm telling you.
G-string.
No one ain't streaming right now.
Not G-string.
Yeah, I stream, bro. Do you stream, bro? Guess what? I'm streaming.
I tried to get you, but
That's obvious.
no, it was split now.
Blame it on the, blame it on the tax.
I
Tax.
accidentally threw the impulse at the exact right now.
Blame it on my taxes. On my taxes. My mistake brings out a point to the yard. They're like, it's better than yours.
I wonder where everyone's at.
Well,
Probably at Mega Mall.
I'm at Mega Mall, you bot. Where you at,
Oh.
bot? Dude, there's
I got a
drones
wrist,
everywhere.
by the way, so if we ever need that.
There's drones everywhere. Come to Mega. Come to Mega Mall. I see like 4 drones right now. Are you from Tennessee? Cause you're the only 10 I see. I got that from my sister.
That makes no sense though.
Yeah, it does.
Explain. Oh, do you hear
Here.
that or not?
What?
Kids. Kids right here.
Don't worry about
He's dead
that.
now.
That's obvious.
No, he's still alive, just flopping her.
He's just flopping.
Yep.
Shoot him! That's
See,
what
then it was better
memories
that
are made from.
I think there's kids in here.
You ain't leaving. I got a feet yoke. Yay.
Oh, there's people. Come on, this way.
Which way?
This way.
Go, let's go this way.
Knock the shield off. Knock. People landing in on us. Where'd this guy go?
I don't know, but come here, little boy.
Where'd he go? Oh, he's right. Oh, look at him. Let's wait till his friend comes here. Let's let his friend come. Don't kill him. Don't kill him. Shh. Give him a little heart. Give him a heart. What was that? Bro, he had some loot. Take it. Take his minis.
Come on, come here, come to me.
Yeah, well. Oh no, I got a rift too. I got a rift too, by the way. Wait, I killed 2 people somehow. Oh yeah.
Hey, there's a drone right here. There's a drone right here on me. I'm gonna land on
I
it.
don't want it.
Oh, how'd you get so high? Oh, you're leaving? You're leaving.
Oh, you're still there? Okay.
I'm following you. I'm good. I'm in the slurp stream.
You mean the lube tube?
The loop too. That's what she said.
Lube tube. I think there's a big old bill fight going on.
That made no
there.
sense. I just stole all your loot, by the way.
Oh. I think there's people over here. What do you
Hey,
think?
you need light ammo? You need heavy ammo?
No, I don't need heavy ammo.
I got 50.
I don't need any.
I got
Oh, there's
300 light.
kids over here. Oh, they just rifted.
Hold on, let me get them out there. Oh my, I'm joking.
Oh my gosh, snapped them out of the air.
Oh my gosh, I'm so good at this
Let's
game.
try and follow them. They didn't go really far. Here they are, they're right here.
Wait on me, wait on me.
I knocked one shield off. We're just gonna third party, okay?
We're not going to third party, it's toxic. We're going to fourth party.
I don't care, I'll be toxic.
Campfire right there.
Okay, one's really low, by the way. So I'm just rushing.
Help.
Knocked one shield off, got him.
The one right here.
There's more.
You got a flintlock? Come do that trick.
I heard him. Oh, that was you.
There's two on me. Got him.
Oh, okay.
I need this make it.
Okay, take it. Oh yeah, I'll take these.
I need the minis. Never mind.
I take them.
You can have them, Mr. Toxic.
They can make it. Dude, I wish there was more people.
Yo, you want these, you want to make it to carry, and I'll carry the minis?
Okay. Here. I got a rift, by the way, so if we
Yo,
ever
you got the
need
minis? I'll carry the minis.
Okay. I don't have the minis.
But you picked up some over here.
Yeah, I drank them.
Dadgummit, Dylan.
It's thirst.
I tried sniping him at first.
I feel like there was more. There was more people.
You knocked him, remember? Find his loot, find their loot. Yo, we're gonna have to check the reboot van, Salty. Check the reboot van. There might be.
You're so right. They might
Yeah.
have run.
Yeah, let's go check Salty.
Okay.
I'm running Salty. The other kid got me so low.
They used the rift like 2 meters away. from
Dude,
where
the
they
infantry
went.
rifle, I'm gonna tell you something right now. The infantry rifle, you can take anybody's wall.
Really?
Shoot the wall down with the infantry
Oh, yeah,
rifle.
pretty much.
And like, yeah,
Pretty much, yeah.
I did it. Like, I've been trying with this, with my, like the new AR, and like my pickaxe and everything. Didn't work
Yeah.
until I used the infantry rifle. That's key, dude.
Hey, you want to use this rift?
I guess.
What is there slipstream on?
Wait. Let's. Yeah. There is.
Yeah, okay.
Let's go to this drone first, and we hit the drone and go to zone.
Alright.
I'm at 500 mats and wood and 200 brick.
Oh Jesus! Can you spare some wood?
Here,
I have 5.
that's half. My mats are now looking trash. Dude, why did you do this?
Are you serious? Bro.
I just blocked you so hard. How much shotgun ammo do you have?
I'm not good on it.
I'm at 38, so if you need any, I'll spare you.
Yeah, I'm about the same. Okay. I feel like there's people on table.
Yeah, there
Oh,
is.
yeah, there's kids over here.
Knock them down, knock them down.
No, they probably have gliders. There's no way they're just gonna build up.
They might be idiots. One of them jumped.
I think they just committed. Yep, they committed.
Suicide. Suicide.
They had gliders too. They had gliders. understand why they wanted to die. I feel like there's kids in Fayetteville.
I feel like they just got that suicide feels.
Yeah.
Took the easy way out. One time I found.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah, break through this grass. See if we find any kids.
Someone's just hiding in here.
I've done that before.
Are you serious?
Yeah, me and Andrew were playing one time, and like I hit the grass, and like 3 of them were in like a big huddle, and I was like, "Holy!" Like, I hit the gold mine, boys. As soon as I found one, like all of them, like they like depleted and took off running.
Hey, we need to go. I'll just run.
Maybe that's why they committed suicide.
Yeah.
Maybe somebody was chasing them. They were like, "RP."
This is the end, boys.
We had a good run, y'all. Now I'm having
Have you ever
Vietnam
had a circle
flashbacks.
and it ended on Polar Peak? Those are the best circles. Oh.
Those are the worst circles.
Wow.
Yeah, keep
If you
jumping,
have high ground,
keep jumping,
you
by
have
the
high
way.
ground.
Yeah, let's take this mountain right here.
Oh, there's kids right here.
No, let's take this mountain. Take this mountain.
He's dumb.
He's a bot. He's not dumb. He's suicidal.
Oh, he has friends. Sorry, man. I didn't know he had friends.
I didn't either.
Oh no! Hey.
Yeah, his friends are stupid.
They're so...
Jump in there for my loot, buddy. Go ahead, jump in there. Commit
Why
suicide.
are they still in the circle?
They're dead.
In the storm. Oh, they have a roof. That's what. Okay.
I committed suicide. I didn't care.
I didn't know he had a teammate.
I told you to take the high ground, dude, but you didn't believe me. I said, let's take this high ground. No, they're gonna rush them kids.
Bro, he looked like a bot, and it looked like the.
Yeah, but 4 of them come behind a tree. I told you. I told you it happens.
Yo, that was hard.
I joined your party, Dylan.
What?
I joined your party.
What do you mean?
You invited me like way back ago.
Okay.
And it said unable to join party, and I was like,
Oh man.
Like, oh my gosh, it's the real Dylan. Dylan, you need to start a Twitch.
Okay.
TTV Dylan. With a smiley face at the end.
Okay.
Or like one with a tongue hanging out. Be like, subscribe to my channel or Bigfoot, or like, Bigfoot's gonna kiss your mother.
Subscribe or die.
Subscribe or Bigfoot's gonna kiss your mother.
I was talking right here.
I'm single. I'm having Vietnam flashbacks. Hold me down.
The heck? You okay?
Have you heard the Jake Paul song, I'm Single? I'm having Vietnam flashbacks. I want that
All I've
pistol.
got is a campfire. I've got a campfire and a pistol, boys. I've got this.
We're gonna win this game.
Yeah.
Suicide.
No!
Suicide.
You've left me here. Why did you go down there?
Pickaxe only challenge.
Pickaxe only.
I just saw like a F-bomb fly off the side of the map.
Okay. Oh my gosh, I'm getting...
I told you, you suicided.
I knocked both their shield off, and they're both at 20 HP though.
I'm single. Look at that pickaxe, boy. It's thick.
Jump off, Morgan.
I will.
He's just running. Bro.
I'm a little default in that.
See if
If
anyone's
I
on the way.
handle in my back, tip me over, pull me out. I'm gonna go
See if
get your
anyone's on
reboot
the
card.
way.
Huh?
Oh my gosh, that'd be so lit.
I'm
I don't
Yit.
think you can make it.
Shut up.
It's
But I
too
want,
late.
if I don't make it, I'm committing suicide.
Oh no. You might be able to make it.
Eh.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, it's such a big climb.
40
seconds. You better run faster. Tell your Fortnite character to run faster.
Run faster! Whee!
Just like, oh no, oh no, no.
I
Oh,
got you.
God.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I got you. I got you. Got you.
25 seconds.
Stop calling me.
Ah, there's a kid right there. Hey, Morgan! My reboot.
Timer, check out!
Go get it, go get it.
Ah!
Where are you?
Get wrecked, noob!
Marshmallow's just camping.
Marshmallow, your music sucks. Your head is bigger than your butt. Yeah. Yeah, I told her to bring me food.
But Hacksport is then covering the other side, is able to get the other part of the Valhalla. Now they're going to work. Benji Fishy, one of the best players in the world, going down the backside. Brilliantly done, and Hacksport picking up another one on the Impact Fixie, fragging his way into the top, but wasn't able to close it out. Tux now, on the other hand, was a one-man wrecking crew here. Just watch him going to work on the backside of the Storm and putting the combat shotgun to work. I mean, for me, you can tell he's got adjustments there with how Tux is just lasering people. And then that shot was so good, catching Nipsey in shadow form as he dropped down around the side, and he wasn't done yet. Again, we've talked about the power position that is the high ground when you're able to work from top down, close the bottom of the store, and Tux and Vorin just close out here, making sure he's phased through the floor to get Edwin. Now, we've seen a duo trying to qualify. Here's a duo who has already qualified and are potentially one of the best of the best in the world for this part of the competition. Now, got the trade off there. Shinken gets the revive onto Stompy. He's sitting currently at 4 elims. They're on 6 right now, but let's start counting because Stompy is going to go to absolute work, and this is just catching people in rotations and being aware. The quick double right away pushes them up to 8, and that was Melside too on the backside of it. Now they're up to 11 because Shinken was able to go to work, but the revive on Stompy ends up being the difference because he's able to push through. Finds Mashus right there, now up to 12 as a duo. You will see Shinken go down on the backside there, so Stompy is just going to continue being a one-man wrecking crew on the tarp, up to 13 as a duo. Heavy snipes his way in, doesn't slow down, and continues pushing the pace, picks it up there, but unfortunately wasn't able to close out for the victory route. Stompy putting on a clinic, showing why he's able to contest for the very top. Now, as we talked about, the queues are closed, but we're not done yet. We want to see those final matches and what's left, Books.
For sure.
Sitting here watching the World Cup.
I had the opportunity to speak with Stompy
Just sitting here eating, watching the World Cup.
Interestingly enough, I had the opportunity to speak with Stompy the other day. You know, we exchanged a little bit of back and forth about how he's feeling for World Cup. Him and Shinken are practicing 12 hours a day. They are going into this hard, and from what we've seen, it certainly shows. But you know what? I can't wait to get into more games. Zeke and Bala, let's hear from you.
Pookie just flexing all over us right now, talking about how she's talking with Shinken and Stompy. That's cool. I also talk to players. No, it's not.
Don't cry on us now, but
it's already cried 6 times. That's a 6. All right, Fortnite fam, we are back.
And we're tuning in with Pyro and Destiny's Jesus right here.
Dylan,
Jesus
you there?
is definitely somebody that's been on a lot of people's radar because, you know, we all learn from this guy. Everybody is watching his videos because every single day it feels like he's coming out with a new technique on how to box fight or how to build fight. His partner Pyro right now.
Dylan.
Two different angles here that they're approaching, finding picks right here. Destiny Jesus looking down that south side and Pyro looking over towards the east. And finding those eliminations, not only does he have those, but he's feeling comfortable because he's finding those picks, getting the siphon, all that. They're getting themselves healthy, but he has 2 rip-to-goes as well in the inventory as Carnage is to go for heavy snipe. Oh, that is why you kind of need to make sure that you're not going into these situations, these end games, with low white HP, with low health, because if you don't have any bandages or anything like that, you're not going to be able to recover that without siphon, right? And if somebody is carrying, by chance, some stink bombs, and they realize, hey, I can go ahead and throw this on this box and get 2 people ticking down at the same time, that's value from that stink bomb, and also finding elimination because he was low, too low to even survive even a tick from it.
And I mean, they made it very known that what they were trying to do, right? The first heavy snipe came in and blew the wall out. At that point, you got to just build a wall, re-edit your ramp, and then just like move a 1x1 space back, right? A grid space back, because you know what they're trying to do, and you've got to expect. I did not expect that. Another stinker here, and this is what I'm talking about, right? You already see the players trying to get away from the stink bomb there, but in a similar fashion, you got to be ready. You got to think, what could they have at their disposal? They're trying to pressure us right now, especially this position. We've got to be ready for a stink to come in. But right now, Carnage is going to look to reposition. Pretty good spot right now on this far side of the circle. Now we're just waiting.
Heavy snipe comes in, the tree's in the way though, and I don't think there's a player directly in this box. He might have thought because the tree was in the way that
they were hiding behind.
Yeah, exactly. When the sound is there, you kind of hear the sound cues. You know that there's something coming. But regardless, oh,
there's the player.
He comes in from the side. They both edit into the same box from different walls, and that's going to be the end of probably both of those duos, unfortunately, because they're fighting right on the edge of zone and with walls ahead of them as well. They're not going to be able to make their way out that easily, and a lot of players are going to realize exactly what's going on. But look how high Vapors and Yuto are right now, and we're already down to 12 teams in this game, Zeke.
I mean, they've got the builds, they've got a flint knock, they've got a chug splash, just a single one if they need to get crazy. They dropped out in the box, the first shot misses, 125. And Land gets destroyed there. The chug splash gonna help top him off. Unfortunately, look, his dual partner Yuto up above has been dropped, so now it is all on the shoulders of Vapor. They have 3 eliminations between them, so they've got to chain together more if they're looking for more points. Thankfully, the Storm goes back the opposite way.
And look who actually took high ground from them. It's Destiny's Jesus and Pyro, who we saw in with before, and he still has that GL that he's been using the grenade launcher from range, finding himself one before, and actually going to find another Rift to go. Not going to be that useful right now, but that GL is going to be, because they are having a free roam range right here up on top. They can throw this GL down in so many different cracks. And did he get it in that wall? Yes, but it's not going to find any damage. Actually, somebody fighting for height right now, but with those build fight tactics that he's been working on, he's going to go ahead and crank right back up and not let him take it. But in this case, does end up taking it. The chug splash coming in. Ooh, a Rift play. This is kind of an all or nothing. They might land on Alpha and Blaster right here. No, they're going to go out and scoop back out of the zone, but no, Pyro lands, and Destiny's Jesus didn't, so a little bit of miscommunication right here. Is Destiny's Jesus going to be able to maybe knock this out? Because I know Pyro has something. He does find Blaster, so is he going to actually take this team on head-to-head right now and possibly put themselves in position to win this game? Destiny's Jesus making his way right back up, and this fight is for all the marbles. The spam coming in from below, and that's going to be the end of Blaster and Alpha. Pyro and Destiny's Jesus took the high ground.
This is so huge. All he had to do was buy the time for the Siphon to come through, and that's exactly what he did. Look, Alpha dropped all the way down. He was like, look, you know what? That entire fight is lost. And now Destiny's Jesus and Pyro can rejoin. Down below, Pablo is going toe-to-toe with Alpha. And look at this, Suicide Mark as well. He gets traded out. And now Pablo is in a 1v2.
I think actually Destiny Jesus just knocked a few GLs down there, but he falls to his elimination right there. He gets knocked, and right now Pyro's making the slow climb down. It's now a 1v1 as Alpha goes down, but Pyro takes out Vapor, and the Victory Royale puts them at 63 points to win that game.
Man, so don't forget, we've seen quite a bit of points. They very well could be contesting for top 5 right now, and that would be absolutely huge. But of course, more games, more action to tune into. We're over by Tomato Temple. Look at it. All hail your tomato overlords.
Well, right now, just a recap of where we're talking about in terms of standings. You said that the highest points that we saw was what, 77?
77. So that's the highest we've seen
Destiny,
so far.
Jesus and Pyro at 63 or maybe 64, depending on how that updates with that last elimination. They could be pushing up towards not necessarily qualification range just yet, but another one of those performances, and they very well could be. Remember, though, the queues are closed, so that could have been the last game that we just watched there. But here's Rennick takes out Mitro, and his teammate Vermax is already down, so Mitro himself did not have his dual partner Mongrel, but we already know their prowess. They've, you know, it seems as if they've qualified multiple times for duos already, Mitro and Mongrel, so they're not worried about that. Obviously not getting a chunk of that $2 million that's spread across all the regions. But again, talking about the scores and the standings, right now you can see Frenzy and Ads are already kind of tied with that last team that we saw.
Yep.
So possibly
and if I remember,
up through this game.
If I remember, it was Stomping Toshinkan, right, that had 77. If I remember correctly. It's honestly probably so much action.
If that's an assumption that we're trying to make, I think we can go ahead and make that comfortably.
I think what I was also going to say in regards to that is that don't forget they've already qualified, right? So even if they're sitting at that #1 spot, that shifts the entire standings down, all right? So not 1 through 4th that are going through, but instead 2 through 5th will be going through. But right now,
and that's a story in and of itself. Yeah. Stompy and Shinken, they've done it every single duos week. They have done it every single duos week. They have not missed a beat on making sure they're up in the top spots every single weekend.
Man, to get and be able to like get that kind of practice, right? And to keep doing it. One thing would be like, we qualified, we hit, you know, the very next week we hit first, all right, then we've hit at least like maybe top 10. But no, these guys are hitting top 3 back to back.
Stink bombs right now, Zeke. I think he's going to get both from this last one. I think this is going to do it. I think his HP is going to be gone, but no, not throwing it all the way ahead, but he's going to find the AR shots regardless. So Ghosty and Jamif falling to, you know, he actually still has 2 more stink bombs right here. That's crazy.
And don't forget, these get more valuable as the circle closes, right? Because remember, this is the space of, or I guess the stink cloud is a little bit bigger than a 1-by-1. So as that circle continues to close, you can really be putting some people in really tough spots, especially when you're basically just saying, the entire play space you're in right now, boom, I have dealt it, you're smelling it.
Classic Zekeism right there. He always gets the last laugh. But moving into the rest of this game right now, it's Zeke and Narcos on high ground.
You know, I really got to reach out to Zeke here because we have the same name, and every time Sundown is on broadcast and says his name, I look and I'm like, wait, did you say my name? Does he need me? Oh, never mind. It's just Zeke and Narcos. Yep, that's fine.
Yeah, always on high ground, always winning games, something that Zeke is not familiar with.
Dang it, I was going to make the joke. You beat me to the punch.
But Narcos and Zeke are certainly familiar with it as they take high ground and hold it against Kaspersa, who tried to take it from them. Narcos has qualified in solos, not just yet in duos, but we'll see here if the Polish duo can do it, can qualify for New York. They're at 57 right now. We saw a couple of players that were ahead of them in terms of points in this game.
Right.
So everything matters. Remember, every interaction counts. I think he has another opportunity here to knock down, but no, they're not going to take it. They're going to decide time to back off. But as that branches out more and more, hold on, because Narcos falls directly into somebody's box, and I think that's going to be the end. Yes, he falls to the zone, because that player takes advantage of the, distraction that he had up on high ground and knocks him out from below. Yeah. Now it's Frenzy and Ads that I was just kind of referencing in terms of their points. At 66, they take the high ground, Zeke.
Look at this, 67 points now. They're trying. Now, don't forget, we saw, again, 77 is the highest we've seen so far. They're 10 points in striking distance. And that's if that duo, so you've got to think, again, these guys are contesting for top 5. We've seen teams literally sit here and trade places. And if they hit top 15, this would be huge. Lestream, Vato, and Skyt are in this game, Bala.
That is huge. And they're at 77 as well,
so
as we see and update their scores. So just like you're talking about, 77 is that point to beat. Right now, they're going to find another. The cone slide comes in. It's Takeoffs again who goes down, and his teammate Andretta falls to Tux, who is with Vorwin. We saw them win the game earlier.
And look, dude, they jump up to 81 points. They hit the top 15. Those first 3 points are so crucial. And look, they're just waiting it out, right? This lobby is going to continue to thin itself out. Zeke, my boy, unfortunately gets picked up and another round of placements. 83, Bala. 83. They could very well clutch this up and just be the point leaders.
This could be it. Skyt and Vato could finally, after 10 weeks of trying, after 4 duos competitions, all those weekends finally paying off, possibly here for Skyt and Vato. We've seen this exact situation play out in that game that they got all the way towards the top 5 last time with a lot of eliminations racking up as well. They're playing slow, and they're making sure that they're going to get that ticket to New York.
And if you watch in the top left, Vato, unfortunately, he gets traded out. He's gone down, and he gets picked up by FaZe, Vorwin. And right before that, I was going to say Mongrel gets picked up. Skyt's dropped down to 18 HP. In his mind, he's probably thinking, this is his moment to shine in the sun, down to 8 HP. He has to make something happen. Even just hitting top 5 would make the difference right now, Bala.
And I don't even think all these builds are his. You can see as soon as he got into the next box, he frantically makes but it's Tux who took out Vato earlier. He uses the stink bomb at the opportune moment and takes out a few more. That's 7 eliminations total. Vorwin's still up, though, so he still has an opportunity to make this work.
Oh, man, eliminated 6 there, just on the cusp, but it's okay. Again, that's now the highest point value we've seen. Even Evade Ads, look at this, 75 points right now. These numbers are getting out of control. Vorwin down on the lowest ground. He's going to be dropped.
He's got to break through metal, though.
He's got to find Sensei. Look up. He's got to get Sensei. He's going to jump down in front. No. He does not get the trade out. Ads right now has the health advantage. Frenzy and Sensei, look at them both. They're so hurt that the Storm is continuing to tick them out, and it is not enough. It's Ads and Frenzy get the victory royale.
Man, Zeke, we're 79 points.
I can't
and
do
that
this.
could be 80 because I know that elimination counter is slow to update towards the end of these replays. It could be enough, and that could even be possibly their last game, or they could have gotten one more in before these queues. I mean, Zeke, this is coming straight down to the wire here in Europe.
Oh my goodness, man. Of course it would be like this for the final week. It's been like this every, periodically we've seen moments like this where we've seen players edged out at the very end.
And I gotta, Vato and Skyt, man.
Yes.
Out in 6th place in that game, not quite making it to 5th place. That could come back to bite them in a terrible fashion. It could be heartbreaking for them, but we go ahead and catch up with them later in the standings. We'll see where they all end up. Here, Thomas and Kluja finding one elimination this game, and again, we're looking at the point ranges. 77 was that, but as we saw that last game, they pushed over that 77.
So don't forget, they're at 83 points when we last saw them. So right now, if you're looking at Thomas and his dual partner Kluja, they could very well contest that 83 points that we saw, right? It's only a difference of 6 points. That's making it into top 10. They're at, or excuse me, top 5. With a few eliminations sprinkled in there, man, I do not want to see Skite and Vato get edged out again. They've come so close so many times. This has got to be their week, and you've got to think they're thinking the same thing, right? They're like, it's all come down. We've put everything on the line. We're playing our hearts out. This is our week to qualify. Just keep your head up and keep positive.
And let's not forget about Tux and Vorwin there in that last game as well. Contesting with Skite and Vato, actually taking them out.
Right.
First, Vato ends up getting split, and Tux takes advantage of that. And then the stink bomb coming in at the perfect moment. Skite not having any white heels. We talked about it earlier. So ending up edging them into that top 5 and finding some eliminations on the way, too.
Probably kicking themselves, thinking if we had made that top 5, it would have just helped ensure that our placements were very high. But right now, the current game, Berlof here and his duo partner Artemis Swede, they're in top 15. Don't forget that first round of placement points is great, but they're at the 39 threshold. They've got to make more happen. And don't forget Thomas and Kluja, they're sitting on 77 if I remember correctly. The question would be, who else is in this lobby? What other big names can we scout out?
It's not just big names, but anybody who's up at the top of the leaderboards right now, because as far as I'm concerned, Thomas and Kluja are the subjects of this game as far as we've seen so far. Obviously, everybody else getting the action. Berlof here, we've already seen them pick up one. They picked up another knock. Are they going to be able to find the elimination here? And they're holding them in zone. They're going to actually probably get this. Definitely the knock is going to be confirmed.
Oh, he should have just taken the shots with the AR. He's going to get blue damage numbers over. Here we go. Isla there gets picked up, but oh, man, this is coming down to the wire. This 14 number hasn't quite changed. Top 10 is the next threshold.
Well, they get knocked out.
Oh, they're coming down. They got to start building down. Did they drop?
Probably just a little bit of damage there, or, you know, started using the glider redeploys. Yes, the rift comes out, actually, for Berlof, but I don't think he took his teammate Sweet with him, no. You see only a little bit of white HP missing, so probably maybe used a Shadow Bomb or maybe a Flint Knock or something to save himself from taking the damage, but was on high ground. He's looking to see, maybe I'm going to make a play right now. No, he's going to decide, I want to join my teammate, and Sweet has a perfect hold for him as he edits him down through it. It's Thomas and Kluja on high ground, by the way.
Yeah, this is a game. They need to close this game out, right? Like,
yes.
We know for a fact 83, again, in case you just tuned in, that was the highest threshold we've seen for points. Kluja and Thomas, they were at 77 not that long ago. They're about to hit top 10, which is another round of placement points on top of any eliminations they picked up along the way. Down below, though, Swede and Artemis Sweet and Berlof, I hope I'm saying that correctly. They're making things happen, right? They've got the 6 eliminations. They want to try and rack up as many as possible, but they are so far behind right now.
And I've got to criticize the use of that second Shadow Bomb there instead of getting into the box. Maybe a misclick or something, because now he doesn't have the rotation to stay with his teammate Berlof, who does have one more Shadow Bomb remaining. They're going to have to path in and walk it in.
Right now, again, top 10 is another round of placement points. Everything is going to slow down. Santo is single, unfortunately picked off right there at the edge, missing out on those points. I want to go back up top, right? I want to see what's going on with Kluja. I want to see their points right now. Berlof, Sweet, he's dropped down to nothing. Anyone could accidentally sneeze in his direction and he could get picked off. Someone finds it. It's Detox who's going to be picked off in the crossfire there. Now, Sweet, again, he's ticking. It must be within a stink bomb, and he gets traded out. Berlof does. But Sweet, look, his HP jumps up, so he must have found elimination.
A second before, if that player doesn't come from behind, he actually gets the siphon and probably survives there.
Yep.
So everything coming down to these milliseconds decision. I still haven't seen Thomas. Yes, they finally got one elimination from up on high ground. Sweet starting to use that campfire to its full effectiveness here as the zone starts to go back in the other direction. 5 duos remaining, 7 total players.
Oh, and Thomas gets picked up. That puts Artemis Sweet in the top 5, another round of placement points. So does that mean, that must mean they both have been eliminated? Yes, they are both gone. Right now on the high ground, You've got a player, and everyone else is super huddled together because don't forget, this play space is just shrinking right now. Stir6, his dual partner Twix, is alive. They find Sweet, who gets picked off.
I love the placement of that trap, though, and the quick reaction from Sweet to actually edit his cone in a certain way so he can make it out unscathed, but still, 4 duos remaining. One player drops behind. They're all the same skin for some reason, and Sty6 is going to be able to find him easily. So that duo down on low ground by themselves right now against 2 more players, Nijuyan and Oxy right here.
And down below, Sty6 and Twix are the only duo left. They immediately shut down Oxy. They're like, one player's pushing us, just let's cooperate, let's shut this guy down, and now they're in a 2v1. Guden here is going to have the fight of his life, and he's on the 64 points. We've seen a lot of players hovering in that range. This could make the difference if he could find both of these eliminations and the Victory Royale. 5 points could make the difference. He gets cracked, Bala, down to 23-13. Oh my God! Oh my God! That was the sickest flint knock I've ever seen!
That could have been the sickest flint knock I've ever seen, because if he got that elimination and landed, he could have gotten the siphon and all of a sudden forced this into a 1v1 with HP advantage. But unfortunately going to go out into the zone, not able to control himself with the flint knock. Just like Zeke here, a little bit of excitement there from that play.
I'm melting in my chair. I'm just slowly sliding down. I'm trying to collect myself, Fortnite fan, but it's not working. Right now, next game, 62 players, 34 duos, still sliding down. 85 points from Rojo and Wolfies? Okay, guys. All right, listen.
So they were slowing down when we last took a look at the standings when I was up there with you, Zeke. They were slowing down. They fell out of that first place. They're starting to creep down to that 6th, that 7th. We were talking about whether their games have been played yet, but climbing back in a strong fashion here. They've got one more game, and at 85 points, if they make this a big one, they could break 100 and almost guarantee themselves a spot to New York.
They have shifted gears, shifted mindset, and have said, we need to punch our tickets. We need to be on the stage of the World Cup Finals in New York City right now. They've got 3 eliminations between them. Don't forget, top 15 is the round of placement points. They are halfway there. They've got to play this smart. They've got to find these few eliminations, like this one player roaming around. Oh my God! Elite gets picked off, another elimination heading their way. And look at this, they're just looking to confirm eliminations, beam players as they can, while being as safe as possible, because look at all the resources they've got available to them. Shadow bombs, chug splashes, the combat, minis, they've got it all. They're looking to make this, Bala.
It's kind of crazy. I actually thought that he had an infantry rifle in his hands, but no, it's actually a heavy AR, which you don't see used too often anymore because of the effectiveness of that infantry rifle at long range. But you can't, you got to take what you get, and maybe he even prefers the heavy AR because it does have, you know, a bigger clip in it.
Yeah.
Not doing quite as much damage, but up in the top left right now, we're not only looking at the thresholds reaching top 25, but Mr. Savage goes down in this game. Not too consequential because he's already qualified for New York, but that's another hint that they're probably not going to be making it up there and taking those top 4 spots.
That's right. Don't forget they've qualified, which means right now they're playing for money, which is great. So you got to think they're trying to find eliminations. Den Magis Pulse, by the way, someone tweeted at us. That means the magical sausage. You're welcome. The more you know. More shots coming out here from Ollie is cracked. He did not manage to crack that player's shields, but the shots were pretty on point, and he's, of course, 761 above the damage threshold for the Storm. There, Motor, for just a brief moment, peeks out, and Ollie finds and secures it.
I think he might have also hit Motor's teammate, Ferox.
I believe he did.
As he jumped out of that box, I'm looking at Wolfies and Rojo right now, carpeting their way towards the zone. They're going to go ahead and decide to launch pad. They use that, you know, tarp for a second just to get ahead of everybody else, make sure they're not gonna, you know, hit their heads and waste the launch pad effectively. But here, Benji using those chug splashes to immediately get back to max health, starting his turtle forward.
And the fish out of water here. I mean, the duel of these, you know, we kind of, it's funny that you said we may not see them in top 10, but look at the point threshold.
I know.
They said, look, Bala, we're savage, we're Benji Fishy, bro. Don't put us out. By the way, 4 rounds in the AR. 4.
And Zeke finds actually 2 players who didn't edit their box close. He's going to take out Black. And his teammate as well, Stoico, going down, and that's probably the end of their run in the World Cup.
Benji literally just said, Zeke, I don't care about these 4 AR rounds. Watch me pick up the double, and now I'm sitting on 300. Check me again, bro! I'm a fish out of water! I can breathe in fresh air! That was, in case you didn't see that was a thing at the summer block party, which made me laugh, by the way. Go back and watch those little interstitials. They're fantastic. That's what I was referencing. But 86 points over on Wolfsies and Rojo.
Yeah, and he's actually in trouble here as the Shadow Bomb. This player actually doesn't realize, though, he's going to take a nice shot onto Mawaka, sorry. As Wolfie's making his way forward, Rojo is split, but we've seen this situation before. Again, reaching towards that 90 points right now. One more elimination is going to do it, but Rojo goes down, and it's all up to Wolfie's right now.
All right, here we go. So Rojo gets picked up. But now, look, they've just hit that 90-point threshold. So let's think about this, right? If Wolfies could clutch it up by himself, he'd have to at least get the Victory Royale, which is another 7 points, and at least 3 eliminations. There's still 10 players. It's doable.
To get 100, is that what
to break the triple digits. Yeah, I want to see the 100. I want to see it because you know they want to see it too.
I mean, based on what scores I'm seeing already spread out throughout the map and the games that we've seen, I think he's already probably clinched it. But you know, he's thinking, I have to perform the best I have ever done here. I have to win this game if I want to make it, because I don't have high ground. I don't have a teammate. I've got to do everything. I've got to take all this responsibility on my shoulder, all the pressure from all 10 weeks, and do it right now, Zeke.
That's right. And you got to think they're probably saying, like, just imagine this was you on the stage of the World Cup Finals, right? Imagine you're in that moment. Take everything, all the practice, the long hours you put and dedicated to this game and focus it and hone it in right now. Wolfies, he's got 3 eliminations. Again, 94 points. If he could find 3 more eliminations, it's not enough. Confetti trades him out and shuts him down in that moment. And now it's coming down to this. It's a 2v1.
Confetti and Toos. It's kind of crazy because we started World Cup in week 1 in semifinals. Toos playing in solo is actually destroying the semifinals, and now here again, ending EU. Is he going to be able to pick up this win? It could propel them up to 71 points, but it's going to happen. Ollie goes down, almost makes a hero RPG play onto Confetti. My heart dropped for a second there, but that really could be, you know, a story from the start to the finish, Zeke.
Yeah. This is, I think, the only fitting thing now to do. I'm stressing out of my mind, but for now, let's send it into Pookie. She's in the studio. She's going to break down what's going on.
Thank you so much, Zeke. You know what? Go get yourself a sandwich. Go get a drink of water. Calm down. I was over there. You were stressing out for sure. I am joined here with Sundown. Those games are absolutely incredible. You always putting on a show. Never disappointing. Speaking of that, don't want to bring up who's going to be disappointed or excited, but we got to look at the standings.
The final standings, the last 4 coming out of Europe. It's been so absurdly competitive, and let's take a look. Punch some tickets going through. Wolfies and Rojo taking the top spot. Stompy Tashinkin, Benji Fishy, and Mr. Savage don't know how to share. They're still hanging out. Had already qualified, so that means it shifts down. And we got Skype, Invato, Vorin, and Tux, and then Klusha in Singularity's Thomas HD taking up the spots, 1 point separating the difference, going through there. Saw it going down. I mean, this is nuts. So many players who we've seen. Klusha getting the double qualification going through. Shinken and Stompy not knowing how to stay off of the top. Huge runs from Skype and Vato, as well as Vorin and Tux. And then Wolfies and Rojo just dominating at the start of the day, kind of falling off, and everyone was saying, oh, can they stay up there? A huge last-minute surge, $20,000, a trip to New York City, Pooks. That's massive.
Congratulations to everyone who has qualified for World Cup Finals in New York in July. I cannot wait to meet all of you, but we have some business to get down to, Sundown.
Time to punch some tickets, right?
Yeah, we got to punch those tickets.
All right, let's get the top one right there. Congratulations, Wolfies and Rojo.
We got Skype and Vado coming out of the stream. Am I doing this one?
Yeah, you can get that one as well. Split it up 2 and 2, and then get Vorin and Tux. Such a great job from Tux there. We saw a number of his plays. Vorin as well clutching up in the end, and then rounding it out. Klusha, by the way, in Singularity. Thomas HD. Congratulations, all of you played so incredibly well. It was a great day to round it out. But again, hey, first of all, to even get to Sunday in Europe, it took 67 points in a victory royale. Like, if you were playing on Sunday, you're among the best of the best there, and just because your name isn't up here doesn't mean you're done. There's always going to be more to play for. There's always more there. And speaking of always more competitive Fortnite stuff, we recently actually just launched our own dedicated Twitter to all things competitive Fortnite. You know, let's just throw it on up there. Go ahead, give it a follow as well. It's twitter.com/FN competitive, and I mean, there's always a way to get involved. We're going to be highlighting plays, we'll be doing breakdowns, we'll be asking you who your favorite players are up there, so keep an eye on that. And then let's also see what is up on the social wall and what players had to say up there. Boom, right on up there, and then everyone's saying welcome to Twitter on there. Let's go, people being excited about it, and look at that. I love the Sharks just slamming the like and the retweet button.
Nice, I love that. Cutest graphic I've seen on this wall thus far. Can we just talk about Evade Orange's tweet for a second? The only Twitter I need. Could not have said it better myself.
Well, he needs his own there to interact with it as well.
That's
but
true.
I mean, just
you know, potato. It is what it is. But yeah, guys, if you're not following this Twitter already, please go and give it a follow. I'm following it. I know Sundown is. Tweet to us on there. We'll be replying to stuff all day today. But you know what? I feel as though, you know, we've seen a lot of games coming out of Europe today. You know, we've seen a lot of people, you know, punch their tickets. Congratulations to everybody so far. I cannot personally wait to get into the next set of games. So before we do that, we are going to go to a quick break. Do not go anywhere, because when we come back, we'll have more Fortnite action.
Let's fly down to the lobby. Let's fly down to the lobby. Let's fly down to the lobby to get your spots and nugs. Burgers from dirt to munch. Tacos Royale with brunch. Red juices, a tasty treat.
Alright, that's 30 minutes down of World Cup streaming. Yep. I'm going Viking. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. Oh, I missed Viking Village. Dang it. Sorry, I was playing on my phone. Well, if I get 0 mats from that. We'll see if I can get out this way. See what I mean? This stuff works when you don't need it to. Alright, that's how you do it. Oh, that's my how the girl say. You know how that girl, you know how that girl, you can't see right. No copyright intended. Meow. 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 Turn up Backstreet Zone. Hold up, I'll play on my phone for a bit. I'm gonna check something out, hold on. Let's go back to the lobby. I love the sound of this pickaxe. Pickaxe only challenge. This is huge. I don't know how he did hit it the first time. Alright, brother. I'll be right back. I'm gonna let the World Cup play. Wow, no.
Can spell disaster, but we are going to take a look here at Serpent and Hype. We saw a little bit of their gameplay in the last game. They look as though they're playing very, very well together today, and you know, let's just see what they can pull out right now.
Yeah, so these were actually, so the last game we watched was their second to last game, and this was their final game of the evening. So that's kind of why it ended up being such a thinner lobby. It was a lot of the players trying to get through and use the last of the games, but Serpent and Hype saying, that's fine, we'll play it for a victory royale. And right now, inside the first placement threshold, already on 7 elims for this match. So that's 10 points so far coming out from this game. That's what we talk about when we say maximizing efficiency in every single one of your lobbies. If you're making it into the final placement threshold, getting a couple of those victory royales and getting elims as well, no, it makes it very difficult for everyone else in the lobby to even keep pace with you.
Yeah, and you know, that we've seen time and time again has worked out for so many players, you know, really just being very aggressive, just going full send. It doesn't matter what game you're in, that can always bode well. He does get the knockdown on oh my gosh, Surf Junkie and Evnix just fall to him completely, no chance, and we've seen them play very strong in the past, so that is very surprising. But Serpent does pick up the Rift to go and 2 extra Shadow Bombs, so now the tables have turned, Sundown. He has got all of the mobility he needs.
They just have so much control over this lobby now with the high ground. They can see nobody else is even remotely close to it. There's the far side of the lobby. You will see Lunar and Alpha trying to put some shots on it. Prince Charming comes sailing in, but there was a Shadow Bomb directly in the box behind it. I don't know if Alpha realized that. Gets high ground taken away from him second. Boxed in, no traps coming out. Does finally put one down, and Kaiser can't avoid the damage there. 15 health on it. Needs to throw the Chug Splash at his feet or get the edit out. One of the two has to happen very shortly. 15 HP, was able to get back up to the high ground. Is going to opt to just pop the minis and then go for the Chug Splashes.
Yeah, I mean, at that point, it wouldn't have really mattered too much what he chose to do, because you are only getting 20 HP effectively from those Chug Splashes for each one that you throw down. He did wait for his partner to join him, though, because there is that area of effect with the Chug Splashes. You get 20 health, your teammate gets 20 health, so not everybody gets 20 health.
Well, that's tend to be why you see it more run in duos, but also just love having shields all over the place. But now Serpent Hype going aggro, and we've seen it putting the dual combat shotguns to work, focusing on that with the loadout and making sure they're shooting together. But right now, Serpent has been chipped out a little bit. However, they're into the top 10 in terms of the team. So 5 placement points been picked up so far, and look at that. Prince Charming gets taken down. No fairy tale ending for you there. It's just back to the lobby, and considering this is the last match, that's the end of your World Cup run, as Serpent and Hype able to clean that up. There's another one going over, up to 12 in all the resources from it, and they saw that Shadow Form player. Look at him just running.
What is happening? Sundown. He was just, you know what, I think at that point he was just trying to do whatever he could to stay alive. Unfortunately, Hype and Serpent met him there, but Serpent does actually go down, and he is going to fall to the storm. It is going to be completely up to Hype now to carry the rest of this game. Each of them having 7 eliminations, sitting at 125 points. Do you think he's going to be able to pull out the victory royale? We're going to have to find out.
Now, They are on this 14. Elam has the proximity launcher. That's 70 on both of them right there. Will get the AoE, gets the 70 again, so he knows that player is on 40. Drops down, he finds Ices, catches himself with the waterfall as he drops. Will pick that up. Siphon comes over too. Will he be able to get enough mats? He's sitting on 3, 2, now out of materials. It's a 2v2, v1, v1. Edit comes out. Needs to pick up this Elam. Storm isn't his favorite player. Covers himself with metal. Edit goes forward. Uncle Andy, say goodnight. Nothing left for you there. Hype finds the shot right there. Gets a good 80+ tick. Can he find another one as he's trying to do all of the work by himself right now? Serpent's been taken down. He's sitting on 9. Elam's getting some help from the high ground. 73 with the first shot. Getting walled out. Needs to find a way back in the zone, and he does. Lupius goes down. 1, 2. Can he? Needs to get the conversion over, and he does. Lupius goes down. It's a 2v1. Can he find it?
Oh, no.
Alpha Barbucks cleans it up, but second place and 15+ Elams coming out from that good effort from Lunar and Barbucks, but Hype and Serpent showing why they got that top spot. It was really well played.
Unbelievable, the decision making and mechanically how gifted you have to be able to drop down, waterfall down, pull out your shotgun, and catch yourself so quick. Cat-like reflexes. Too bad Kitty Plays isn't here to comment on those.
And making sure that it was the player he had ticked twice with that proximity grenade. While it only being 70 damage, it's basically guaranteed if the player isn't boxed themselves up. But now we're going to hop on over to the Asia region while we see what was up with the Trigger QQ boys of the Vietnamese region, or the Vietnam country, playing on the Asia region. Apologies there, as we're on board here with Ricky and Joysa. Some good shots coming out from that tactical assault rifle so far. 12 duos remaining, 23 players left as we're in the half in, half out.
Yeah, and we are seeing a little bit of a trend here so far with these games, Sundown. You know, not very many players left alive, but I think it's a great change of pace, and you can really see how the players adapt their play style to kind of, you know, counteract the fact that there aren't going to be very many people in the lobby. Ricky just taking down Seal completely as he was trying to rotate and use the launch pad to get out of there. So good on him with that elimination. That will be his first one of the game. His partner, Jazia, is sitting on 2. They are going to use the Stinks to actually try to pressure this player above them, see if they can get him to come down, but he just gets out of there and says, you know what? That one stunk. I'm not interested.
Yeah, Cushy having no reason to do that. And you also noticed that Joysa threw the Stink directly on top of Ricky while he was pressuring. No friendly fire going on there. As you can see, Hooten and Peach on the low ground, but there's the qualifiers, Flame and Unique over on the side. And one thing I went through and ended up reviewing a lot of their matches, they had some hairy situations early, but pretty much every single early game, they got completely uncontested Dusty Divot and walked out with just max everything. Like, it was nuts and just getting a ton of rotation, but right here you can see right now, sitting on 2 Elams, have a decent amount of loot, good amount of mats, and prime area on the zone. So convert that into one onto Theo, getting a good knock with the help of the Storm, up to 66 points as we're inside that placement threshold. Number 2, top 10 ticking over.
Yeah, and I feel like Dusty Divot is actually one of those points of interest where you can drop and get a ton of resources, all the trees being there. You know, some would argue that, you know, you're at a bit of a disadvantage because you are essentially, you know, not to pun, but you are in a divot. But you know what? If you can use those trees for cover, that whole area completely uncontested and for yourselves, you are going to come out of there sitting pretty. So we are taking a look here. They are rotating over. We'll see how he builds up here, if he tries to take high ground, or it looks like he might actually be making a play for that.
Yeah, he was looking to find it over on the side, but instead just opted to box himself up, realizes he has the RPG and wants to start sending everyone cascading down, but opts not to fire it. So interesting decision there. I actually thought he would have sent it down. Instead turns towards the player underneath him, and him and Ricky are going to try and isolate that player in order to convert it in.
What's up, guys? Back with another video, and my name is That burnt. I am bored. I feel like one of them people that like never have anybody do anything with. Edit an aim course. Dauncey's Real Storm Wars. That looks cool. I'm gonna go check it out. Do not respawn, it will be done for you. What? This is pretty cool. How far does this go? So it pushes in. That's pretty cool. The wall. See us. Proper straight cut farms. This is the best prop place right there. Dude, that's so cool. Alright, let's go check out. Metal Fortress. Metal Island 2. Oh, this is the Beto. This is cool. This is what I'm gonna do. It's gonna be an edit. Yeah, it's gonna be like a scream edit. Give me a tactical. This is a smart technique. Hold up. Show you something. Show y'all something. I'm gonna show you something else too. See this right here. Actually, heavy sniper. No, I'll do suppressed, yeah. Boom. And if you're gonna do that, you can always well, let you reset it while applied. Yeah, that's right. This is another one. See. Now, if somebody was holding this wall, say, it's gonna be a flintlock. Boom. Wait, I shot the ground. Boom, you got the box. So they could be sitting here. Now if you do this, hold on, and you do that, that bounces you away. So if you, let's say, you had a flintlock. Or you could do this. I don't know if they patched this or not, but like you can get through. Yeah, they say you can get, hold up. Hold up, I just want to see if they still have something. R.I.P. I've done this one time and like me and a few other people were like spamming all these and it crashed the server. I saw the light up a baptized by the foreign torch flame with your eyes. Most love gave. Ha ha ha! I'm a savage. Yeah. I'm bored, I'm bored, I'm bored, I'm bored, I'm bored, I'm bored. It's for Johnny. I'm not. I'm a level 6 psycho. Epico is Michael. Let up on the Michael. I'm extremely bored. It's gonna be Superman. Let's see if we can find some OG yards. Sign me up for Broadway, son. Yeehaw. What the heck's Broadway, anyways? I think that's where they walk the red carpet or something. I'm a savage. And 3, 2, 1. You got a mic? What? 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 Apparently field don't work anymore.